Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
In this
Hare
poll,
Krishna Prabhuji.
so
Hare Krishna
everybody,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
raise my hand means every day I chant one mala. You every day who is chanting, you raise hand. You see the pins here. Do you have a button? Raise hand. No, no, not here in the this thing. No,
No,
no. See,
Prabhuji.
you don't have. No, you
No
have.
No,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, they don't have.
We have the
Yes, I chanted today morning.
But yes,
Ah,
Prabhuji, I chant.
put.
Where is it?
Prabhuji, not on mobile, Prabhuji. It's not there on mobile.
Yeah, it won't be there on mobile. Yeah.
Indira Priyadarshini, how is she not?
It's not there on mobile.
Take it, no problem. Chalo, no problem. Hmm. So my request is at least every day chant one round. Maybe we do chant one round together after some time. Okay, last time what we discussed was interesting. You want to get back to that climax? Prahlad Narsimha discussion?
Yes,
Prahlad
Prabhuji.
Hiranyakashipu discussion?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's
It was interesting.
not interesting. It is. You have to see which side you are. Let me see whose side you take. Let me see. I may just once. What happens whenever we have in the temple? Okay, you're lucky. I have a presentation on this. You know, when we have function on Narasimha Jayanti, we discuss this anyway. So good, we have. Enjoy. Take care. This silence. Which is better? Zoom is better or this is better?
Zoom is better.
Zoom is better.
Zoom is better.
At that time, so much drama, China, China, China. There were some people are threatening
Prabhuji,
me also. Huh? One
this
person
Geo is
threatened me.
taking over Zoom.
Huh?
Geo is taking over Zoom, Prabhuji. So in future we can use Geo Meet instead of Zoom.
No, no. Geo has taken Geo Meet. It's still started. It will take time.
Okay.
We can try a Google Meet, Prabhuji.
Oh, very good. Google Meet, no? Oh my God.
Yeah, because I take my online classes that and it is
Huh?
good. It is quite good. Google Meet.
Google also has one Meet. Why this is not good at all? Team from Microsoft.
It is very good.
Mobile version is better, Guruji, than laptop
Can't
version.
chat, can't raise hands in this.
Chalo, now at least this 18 days I have to manage with this because it's difficult to change, no? So many people. We'll see later. We made so many people install in the 5,000 people installed in their mobile Microsoft team. They should give me something. I made them popular. Chalo, this actually happens on Narasimha Jayanti, this whole discussion. So this is Prahlad Maharaj we discussed yesterday. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Name Namo Saraswati Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu You see here what is happening. Narada is actually, I told you yesterday, though Devatas had kidnapped Kayadu, the wife of Hiranyakashipu. And you can see behind, they have collected jewels, they're looting the palace of Hiranyakashipu. So Narada comes there, immediately. He said, what are you people doing? He asked Indra. He said, no, we are very worried. The child of this woman will be another big demon. So we want to keep a watch on him. So Narada says, you cannot do anything to the child. The child is such a great devotee, you cannot kill him even if you want to kill. So they get shocked. Then Narada says, a great devotee, the Lord. So all of them actually paid obeisances to the womb, Prahlad Maharaj. They all devatas did, parikrama of the child, paid respects and went away. So Kayadu was very worried. These people are after my life of my child. She requested Narada, give me shelter. Narada took her to the ashram. And actually, the intention was to give association to Prahlad, who was in the womb. And Narada, with great love, kept speaking about Krishna consciousness. And Kayadu was busy doing some services. She's making some garland for the ashram. And she was enjoying hearing, but her main focus was not here. She was more worried when the husband will come, when the husband will come, and worried about are any devatas come again. So she was not so focused. But the child in the womb was drinking every word from Narada, just drinking. And there was Hiranyakashipu in the forest doing unimaginable tapasya, standing on the leg like this for a long time. And then finally, his body gets eaten by worms, ants, termite like that. And still he is, somehow maintaining. Just imagine his determination. Crazy. All the tapasya just to get some material benefit. Look at the joke. What tapasya Prahlad has done? Nothing. He was just chanting Hare Krishna, peaceful. And what tapasya his father did is unimaginable. Such serious tapasya just to get some material benefit. But who at the end was successful? Prahlad. So nobody is asking us to work like this. Look at Prahlad. He was discussing Krishna consciousness, chanting, dancing, and he got everything at the end. And Hiranyakashipu did this tapasya and finally was killed by the Lord. Correct. What happened to the Hiranyakashipu after the tapasya? He was killed by the Lord. And what happened to Prahlad after that tapasya? He was blessed by the Lord. Correct? So we should do tapasya, but guided tapasya, not foolishness like that. Absorbed in material objectives and finally get killed. And look at Prahlad. Simple tapasya. He was chanting, dancing, and became. So the Devatas actually went. I don't know why this presentation is. This is better. So Devatas finally went. They went to when Hiranyakashipu got severe powers. He started torturing the whole universe. He used to catch any Devi Devata and beat them, particularly Devata, catch them and beat them for no. Catch Indra, give him 10 slaps for no reason. Go. So he became the Indrapuri. He took over the whole universe. He was got benediction of Brahma to that effect. In fact, he asked Brahma, "Can you make me immortal?" Brahma said, "Even I am not immortal. How can I make you immortal?" So, okay, he thought very intelligently. See that I don't die in the day, I don't die. He made a big list. And Krishna, surpassed all the list to come at Hiranyakashipu and kill him. So, anyway, when he started torturing the Devatas, they became so scared. They went to the Lord and prayed. They heard the voice of the Lord. Oh, best of the learned person, do not fear. I wish all good fortune to you. Become my devotees by hearing and chanting about me and offering me prayers. For these are certainly meant to award benediction to all living entities. I know all about the activity of the Hiranyakashipu and shall surely stop them very soon. Please wait patiently until that time. Please wait. You wait till the time, and I will. When Hiranyakashipu teases the great devotee Prahlad, his own son, who is peaceful and sober, who has no enemy, I shall kill Hiranyakashipu immediately despite the benedictions of Brahma. So this is what they heard after the Devatas who were tortured by Hiranyakashipu. You see, he got a lot of benedictions of Brahma, started torturing the universe. He asked Brahma, "Give me all the powers you have," like that. Brahma gave him some powers, and he started with that torturing everybody in the universe. Devatas prayed to the Lord. They got message from the Lord. Don't worry, I'll come and save you. From the way, this is about Prahlad Maharaj we read yesterday, his qualities. And then we saw how once upon a time this was happened. The king of the demon Hiranyakashipu, what did they do? Took his son Prahlad on his lap. My dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of the subjects you have studied from your teachers. Shri Prahlad Vacha Tadusadu Manye Asuravarya Dehina Sada Samadhivigna Dhyam Asatgraha Hitwatapatam Griha Andakupam Vanam Gato Yadam Harimashayeta. He said, my dear father, please go to forest and take shelter of Hari. Yesterday we discussed it. Tadasadu Manye. That I consider as very good. Oh my father, instead of that he said Asura Varya. Oh best of the Asura. Sada Samudvigna Dhyam Asad Grahat. We are always in anxiety because we are trying to make a permanent settlement in a temporary place. Hitva Atapatam. We are given the place of spiritual culture. Grihi Andukupam. We have fallen down into the blind well. Vanam Gatom Yathari Masheda. My dear father, I request you go to forest and take shelter of Hari. This we discussed yesterday. And then what happens? After hearing this, Hiranyakashipu is very happy. When Prahlad Maharaj spoke in this way, faithful to the camp of the father's enemies, this is the intelligence of the children spoiled by the words of the enemy. Then what does it say? Hiranyakashipu advised his assistant, my dear demons, give complete protection to this boy at the Gurukula where he is instructed so that his intelligence will not defer the influence of Vaishnavas who may go there in disguise. O Brahmana, the iron attracted by a magnetic stone moves automatically toward the magnet. My consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by Lord Vishnu who carries a disc in his hand. Thus I have no independence. So he says, I have no independence, my Lord. I told this also yesterday. Shanda and Amaka, the teachers of Prahlad Maharaj, chastised and threatened their disciple in various ways and began teaching about the path of religion, economic development, and sense education, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This way they educated him. After some time, the teachers thought that the Prahlad Maharaj was sufficiently educated in diplomatic affairs and all this Baba apologies. Then one day Prahlad's mother personally washed the boy, she bathed the boy, dressed him nicely, sufficient ornament, and presented him before his father. See how beautiful Prahlad Maharaj looks. When Hiranyakashipu saw that his son had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisances as an affectionate father, he immediately began showering blessings upon the child and embraced him in both arms. A father naturally feels happy to embrace his son, and Hiranyakashipu became very happy in this way. Narad, when he continued, "My dear king, Yudhishthira," Hiranyakashipu seated Prahlad Maharaj on his lap and began smelling his hair. With affectionate tears gliding down from his eyes and moistening his child's smiling face, he spoke to his son as follows. "My dear Prahlad, my dear son, oh long live one," is blessing him. And now he's blessing, huh? After a few minutes, he'll try to kill him. "For so much time you heard so many things from your teacher. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge." So they nicely brainwashed him. He's thinking, yes, they might have changed his mind, but you cannot change mind of a great acharya. He will change the word's mind, but his mind cannot be changed. Shriprarādhavacha Shavanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam Iti Pumsar Pita Vishnu Bhaktis Che Navalakshana Kriyet Bhagavati Yadda Tanamadhya Aditam Uttama. Okay, Shriprarādhavacha Shavanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam. So he says Navavida, now 9 ways we can offer service to Vishnu. This is the best thing he has learned. He's telling this to Hiranyakashipu. He's not scared of him. Whenever he asks a question, he fearlessly tells the answer. Imagine right away demon is going and telling him. 9 ways, my dear father, Vishnu can be served. What are they? Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. Kirtanam, talking about the Lord or doing Kirtana. Vishnu Smaranam, thinking about the Lord. Pada Sevanam, offering shelter to the Lord's lotus feet, taking shelter to the Lord's lotus feet. Archanam, worshipping the Lord. Vandanam, offering prayers. Dasyam, like Hanuman. Sakhyam, becoming friend of the Lord. Atmanivedanam, totally surrendering to the Lord. In these 9 ways, Lord can be worshipped. This is the statement. Okay. After hearing these words of devout service on the mouth of his son Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu was extremely angry, his lips trembling, he spoke as follows to Shangna, son of his guru Shukracharya. O unqualified, most heinous son of a Brahmana. Now he is going to scold Shukra. He's thinking the small child, Look at Hiranyakashipu, extreme anger. His lips are trembling with anger. Can't just stand the name of Vishnu. That's called Asura. Asura means Vishnu Bhakta Bhavadeva Asura Tata Viparyayaha. The devotees of Vishnu are one kind and Asura are reverse. O unqualified, most heinous son of a Brahmana, you have disobeyed my order and taken shelter of the party of my enemies. You had taught this poor boy about devotion service. What is this nonsense? So first he is blaming the teachers. What nonsense have you taught to my son? क्या किसने सिखाया इसको? Know with the bhakti all this. The son of Shukracharya, Hiranyakashipu spiritual master said, let me see, everybody has come. Oh, there's so many people today. Hare Krishna, Nishal, Hriday is also there. You like to read,
Hare Krishna,
Nishtha?
Prabhuji.
I get tired hearing my voice also. You can read a slide. The son of
Ah,
Shukracharya.
yeah. Yeah. The son of Shukracharya, Hiranyakashipu's spiritual master, said, O enemy of the king Indra, O king, whatever your son Prahlad has said was not taught by him, by me, or anyone else. His spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him. Therefore, please give up your anger and do not unnecessarily accuse us. It is not good to insult a Brahmana in this way.
You know, these are not ordinary brahmanas, these are paid brahmanas. So if anybody, when he pays, he'll take liberty to scold him. Otherwise, Kshatriya will never insult a brahmana in a Vedic culture. But these are all paid brahmanas. Anyway, they were saying, you don't insult us in this way. You know, we didn't teach him all this. He's naturally devoted to Lord. Now, Hiranyaka should turn his face to Prahlad. Okay, ready for the debate now. So he will ask, you nonsense, you rascal, if these people have not taught you this, then where you learn? Who taught you all this nonsense? Bhakti. Vishnu Bhakti, Vishnu Bhakti. Take care. Now, Prahlad Maharaj will speak 3 shlokas. These 3 shlokas, if you can understand today, your life is successful.
Yes,
Shri
Prabhuji.
Shri Praharad, anybody can chant this shloka. Neha, you can chant this shlokas. Oh, you are seeing anybody else has come. Hare Krishna Keshava Prabhu. Hare Krishna Keshava is there?
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Ha Keshava. Chalo. These 3 shlokas teach them, no? These are our new congregation Keshava. This came from our 18 wala tha na, one season he finished. From there they have come. They have finished 18 days. Yesterday they heard beginning Prahlad Lila and they liked it very much. You like to explain Keshava? Mate Krishna. Start, no? Voice is coming.
No.
Keshava Prabhu,
Am I
voice is
audible?
now better. Now better.
गृहव्रतानां तदान्तकोपनिषदां तमिश्रम्
No, signal is weak. Where are you? You are at home or traveling?
I'm at home using mobile, so
Okay, okay. Now all of them are also on mobile, but I think sometimes signal differs, Anna. There is bit of noise, little noise.
I use computer.
My voice is clear?
Clear,
yeah, your
Prabhuji.
voice is
Yes, Prabhuji, your voice is clear.
read the second sloka.
Huh? Huh?
Second sloka.
Yeah, now your voice is better, right?
I'm holding it very near my. If I hold it so near, I can't see the screen.
Ah, it will go inside your mouth. I don't know. You have a headphone? Headphone you have?
Try Google.
You try. If you try a headphone, you get a very good quality. Okay, I'll just chant the shlokas by the time he locates. Keshav Prabhu is our amazing devotee. He has been there with us from long time. And yes, now you try. Keshav. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, now you try.
Matirne Krishne Parato Vah Visatam Adanta Gopir Vishatam Tamishram Punas Punas Charvita Sarvananam.
No, Keshava, today some problem with the connection. No problem. My voice is clear, totally clear.
Prabhuji, your voice is clear.
No problem, no noise, nothing.
No, Prabhuji.
ठीक है
No,
चलो
Prabhuji. Very clear.
चलो ठीक है let's try again ठीक है no problem ठीक है now let us understand this instruction Matir Nakashne Parato Sato Va Mito Vipadyet Graha Vartanam. So Prahlad Maharaj says, Matir Krishna. My dear father, you are asking me how I became Krishna conscious. I'm telling you, you will never become Krishna conscious. Because it doesn't want to reveal more. No use telling him how he learned from Narada, all that. No use. He simply will become enemy of Narada also. So he avoids that. Hiranyakashipu's question was that these people are not taught you anything, then how you from where you learned all this nonsense? So it says, Matirina Krishna, my dear father, Shri Prahlad Vacha, Matirina Krishna, you will not become Krishna conscious. Parato, Sato, Mito, three ways. Parato means other people make effort. Sato means you yourself make effort, Swataha. Mito means combined effort, some conference. Three ways anybody can make effort. Himself, other people, and a combined effort. He says, whatever you do, you will never become Krishna consciousness. Why? Grihavatana. You have taken a woe. What vrata means? Woe. To become happy in life of sense enjoyment. Adant gobihi. Your senses are totally uncontrolled. Vishatam tamishram. Going more and more into darkness. Please note he has no envy. He is speaking the truth to help him. Vishatam tamishram. Because he's a 5-year-old boy, but he's an acharya. So Vishatam Tamishram, you're going thick inside darkness. Punha Punha Charvita Charvananam. All you're doing is chewing what you already chewed. You understand this point? Chewing the chewed. Sometimes you go for sugarcane juice to a shop. And then what happens? Some sugarcane pieces there, which he has 20 times grinded. And again he grinds one more. And there's nothing in it. No, still he will grind. So some people are like that. They're chewing the material world. There is no happiness. They can't give it up. Again. Arey Baba, enough you tried 100 times. Why don't you give it up? No. Let me try one more time. That is called Charvita Charavanana. Punha Charvita Charavanana. You're chewing what you have chewed million times. So if we have still locked in Punha Charvita Charavanana, our senses are totally uncontrolled, and we're taken a vow to become happy just by materialistic pleasures. Prahlad Maharaj says, if that continues, you'll never become Krishna conscious. This is a very important instruction for all of us. First one is understood. Anybody has any question on the first instruction? No doubts? Clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Very clear.
Oh no, you understood the first shloka?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, the next one. Nate vidu swart gatim hi Vishnu durashaya ye bahi artamanina andhayatande upniyamana tepi shitanta murudamni baddha. Said Nate vidu, people do not know this. What? Swart gatim hi Vishnu. Everybody wants to be selfish, but our real selfishness is to get Vishnu. It's a be selfish to go to Vishnu. That is your best self-interest. Swartha. Swartha means my own interest is to go to Vishnu. Durashaya. Du means bad. Ashaya means shelter. He says everybody is taking wrong shelter. Hoping against hope. Asha, you understand? Asha, hope. Everybody is hoping against hope. Bahi artha manina, and giving so much value to sense gratification as if that will make him happy. Look at his realized words. Durashaya. Hoping against hope to become happy person. He knows it doesn't work out, but still he wants to try hoping against hope. Bahi artha manina, to become happy person's gratification. Andha, they are blind. Yatha andhai upniyamana, and they are following another blind man. Are you blind? Okay, take guidance of somebody not blind. No. They'll follow another blind one only. And they api ish tantram urudamni baddaha. And they're all so-called gurus, disciples are tied by the ropes of illusion. Uru means rope. Damni means Uru Damni Baddha. They're tightly bound by the ropes of illusion. Okay, it's fine. Naishamatestavadurukramanghrim sparshati anartopagamo yadartaha mahiyasa padarajo abhishekam niskinchananam navrinitayava. Naishamatitavadurukramanghrim. He says, you will come out of this, my father, the day. Again, I'm muting, again, people are coming out. Naishamatistavadurukramanghri sparshat anartopagamo yadartaha mahiyasham padarajo abhishekam niskinchananam navrinitayava. He says, my father, I have one way out for you. You take the dust of the feet of a devotee of Vishnu and do abhishek of that. Can you just imagine? Mahiyasham pada rajo abhisheka. Can you see the last word? Take the dust of the feet of a great devotee and do abhisheka with the dust. Niskinchananam, these devotees who have no ambition in this world, who are all pure, take the dust of their feet and do abhisheka of that. I hope that way you can be saved from this situation. Just imagine, fearless child, what is he speaking to Hiranyakashipu? And what will happen now? They say, such a bole mare latha. Such demons, you tell something. After the Prahlad Maharaj has spoken in this way and become silent, Hiranyakashipu, blinded by anger, threw him from his lap and into the ground. Can you see that? He was in the lap, he's throwing him from the lap to the ground. Just before a few minutes ago, he embraced him and tears came from his eyes, and within he heard the name of Vishnu, he threw him on the ground. Indignant, angry, his eyes reddish like a molten copper, Hiranyakashipu said to his servant, "Oh demon, take this boy away from me. He deserves to be killed. Kill him as soon as possible." That's a demon, just look. And they tried whatever they could think of. A small child, what he can do? It's always thinking of Krishna. That's all. He is the perfection of Smarana. And look how horrible they look and how beautiful Prahlad Maharaj looks. Peaceful. He's not agitated. He's not even angry at his father. My Lord, whatever you wish, and nothing could be done. He's surrounded by snakes, no use, nothing happened. They put him below elephants, okay, no problem. He's just praying to the Lord and he's protected. They even threw him from a mountain, they put him on the fire, nothing worked. They threw him in ocean, they got fed up. Whatever they try, nothing works, he doesn't die. He peacefully survives. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe ke. Okay. Then what happens? The Hiranyakashipu and his servants get frustrated. And Hiranyakashipu actually gets very sad because sometimes now in a life, he can't do something. The one person is there at his home, small child, is fearless and he can't do anything about it. He cannot kill him. So he loses all his, very frustrated. And then finally Shanda and Navarka convince Hiranyakashipu, what is it anyway to be angry about? Why you're angry at a small boy, something foolish is speaking. Ignore what Vishnu, something he does. See, our Guru Shukracharya is coming. He has gone for some trip. And Guru is very powerful. He will take care of it. Don't worry. And anyway, he's not harming, What is he doing? Simply sometimes does Hare Krishna, will take care of it. So Hiranyakashipu thinks anyway, he's not attacking me or doing something. Okay, leave him. He said, okay, let Shukracharya take care of him. He will brainwash him. These boys are not so intelligent to convince. He will convince him. Now what happens is that he goes to the Gurukul, as back, and Prahlad Maharaj now start teaching his classmates. Can you imagine how fearless is he? So as the teachers went home to attend to their household affairs, the students the same age as Prahlad would call him to take opportunity later hours of play. Because, come Prahlad will play, and he's the son of the emperor, and he's so handsome, so beautiful, and so attractive. All are attracted by him. Prahlad, come, we'll play with us. Prahlad Maharaj never played, wasting your time. Even a small child, he never played. So Prahlad Maharaj, a truly supreme learned person, addressed his classmates in a very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of the materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows. My dear King Yudhishthira, all the children are very much affectionate and respectful to Prahlad Maharaj. And because of their tender age, they are not so polluted by the instruction actions of the teacher who are attached to the condemned duality in bodily comfort. So the boys surrounded Prahlad Maharaj, giving up their plaything and sat down to hear him. Their hearts and ears being fixed upon him, they looked at him with great eagerness, earnestness. Prahlad Maharaj, although born in a divine family, was an exalted devotee, and he desired their welfare. Thus he began instructing them about the futility of materialistic life. You're all feeling happy reading all this? Everybody is happy? Isn't it amazing, unbelievable? You all knew about it in Mota Mota. Now, are you seeing the details? This is Bhagavata. And I'm only reading you the shloka and translation. If you read with explanation by the Acharya, you will fly in the sky. So beautiful it is. Okay, I'm just reading.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
You're all enjoying it?
Lovely, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Chalo, let us go inside now. This is how it is the scene. Look at him. Children are looking at him with their hearts on him. And this is beautiful Prahlad Maharaj speaking.
I'm sharing. Sharing, Prabhuji.
Shri Prahlad Vacha, now he's speaking his classmate. Kamaramacharet pragno dharman bhagavatam iha durlabam manusham janma tadapi adruvam arthadam. So he's saying, my dear, see, his father got angry because he had no counter argument. When you cannot argue, you can simply get angry. That's what his father. So he left him. Now he's among his friends, he's convincing them, he has so much knowledge. Kaumaram, right from childhood, you should begin spiritual life. Kaumaram is the childhood stage. Kaumara Yaumanam Jara. Right from childhood. Kaumaram Acharet Pragno. Dharman Bhagavatam Iha. This Bhagavad Dharma, devotion service to the Lord should begin right from childhood. Why? Dullabha Manusha Janma. Human birth is very rare. You're so fortunate, my dear friends, you got a human birth. Dullabha Manusha Janma Tadapi Adhrubam Arthadam. Even though it is temporary, it is very, very valuable. It's not that we have unlimited time, it's temporary, but it is very, very valuable. See, we have taken some child for a picture. Look at him, how nicely he's hearing. This fellow, fully absorbed, and their eyes are on him only. And this fellow is seeing who is taking the photograph like that. Kamaram acharit pragno dharman bhagavatamiha dullabam manusha janma tadapi adurvam arthatam. Even though it's temporary, it's very, very valuable. The human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to God. Therefore, every living entity, especially human form of life, must engage in devout service to the lotus feet of the Lord Vishnu. This devout service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality Godhead, is the most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all other living entities. There's some more instruction. Endeavors, okay, somebody can read. I'm tired of reading. Yes, Prabhuji. Nishtha, you can read.
Yeah. Endeavors merely for sense gratification or material happiness through economic development are not to be performed, for they result only in a loss of time and energy with no actual profit. If one's endeavors are directed towards Krishna consciousness, one can surely attain the spiritual platform of self realization. There is no such benefit from engaging oneself in economic development.
Don't waste time. You know what is today people doing? Wasting all the time for economic development. It is simply loss of time and energy with no actual profit. Rather than that, we make endeavor for spiritual advancement. Okay. See, he will teach his classmates and his classmates will get convinced. I'll just tell what happens and then we'll continue. And then Hiranyakashipu will come to know the whole Gurukul has become Vaishnavas because he used to hold Kirtan, all used to dance. Hare Krishna, all are dancing in Bhakti. He converted the whole Gurukul. When Hiranyakashipu came to know, he personally came with a sword to kill Prahlad Maharaj at that time. He became very angry. And you know, the pillar was standing in front. Prahlad was looking at the pillar. Oh, your God is in this pillar? He said, yes, my God is everywhere. So then Hiranyakashipu broke the pillar and Narasimhadev came out and killed him. After that, Prahlad Maharaj offered beautiful prayers to the Lord. That's what the whole theme of the story is. But we know this, but we never know the detail. We are reading right away from Bhagavatam, only the shlokas. If you have read the explanations by Acharya, then it will have even more intense. Okay. Yes, continue. Yes, Nisha.
Yeah. Therefore, while in material existence, a person fully competent to distinguish wrong from right must endeavor to achieve the highest goal of life, as long as the body is stout and strong and is not embarrassed by dwindling.
Yeah, now the health is good. We don't know tomorrow what is the condition. If inside the mouth, when ventilator is kept, how can you chant Hare Krishna? Presently, we can chant at least. Yes.
Prahlad Maharaj continued, my dear friends, if you can place your faith in my words, simply by that faith you can also understand transcendental knowledge. Just like me, although you are small children, similarly a woman can also understand transcendental knowledge and know what is spirit and what is matter.
Okay, so everybody can understand, irrespective of gender, children. Yeah.
Therefore, my dear young friends, born of demons, please act in such a way that the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the conception of material knowledge, will be satisfied. Give up your demonic nature and act without enmity or duality. Show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in devotional service, thus becoming their well wishers.
Then
Prahlad Maharaj continued, I received this knowledge from the great saint Narada Muni, who is always engaged in devotional service. This knowledge, which is called Bhagavata Dharma, is fully scientific. It is based on logic and philosophy and is free from all material contamination.
yes, chalo continue.
Yeah. The real problem of life is the repetition of birth and death, which is like a wheel rolling repeatedly up and down. This wheel, however, completely stops when one is in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, by the transcendental bliss realized from constant engagement in devotional service, one is completely liberated from material existence. All learned men know this. Therefore, my dear friends, O sons of Asuras, immediately begin meditating upon and worshipping the Supersoul within everyone's heart.
So the life is temporary. We are going up and down in the cycle. And with the constant happiness which you get from devotion service, we can liberate it from material existence. Okay, so he's requesting, my dear sons of Asuras, begin meditating upon and worship the super soul within everyone's heart.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, now one more verse, then the result comes. Oh, my friends, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my friends, sons of Asuras, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his Super Soul feature always exists within the course of the hearts of all living entities. Indeed, he is the well-wisher and friend of all living entities, and there is no difficulty in worshipping the Lord. Why then should people not engage in his devotional service? Why are they so addicted to unnecessarily producing artificial paraphernalia for sense of gratification?
Narad, when he continued, all the sons of the demon appreciated the transcendental instruction of Prahlad Maharaj and took them very seriously. They rejected the materialistic instruction given by their teachers Shanda and Amarka. And this was the result. By hearing to Prahlad Maharaj, they became very devout. Okay? I think this much I do today. Tomorrow, Bhagavata reading, I think for today, this much is good. Okay? So we read from Bhagavatam something interesting. Okay? I'll put it up. Who is the Hriday? Please put it up on that. You can also study, think about. Actually, in this instructions, next is coming is, you see how beautiful it is. Then Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu will have a final debate. You want to go to that today? Now, Narasimhadeva, you want to see the appearance?
Yes, probably. Tomorrow we'll do this.
Yeah, tomorrow we will go here now. Narasimha will appear. Tomorrow we'll make Narasimha appear. And the next after that we will have prayers of Prahlad to Narasimhadeva. Prahlad Maharaj will offer amazing prayer to Narasimhadeva. So tomorrow we will complete this. Day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we do. Okay, tomorrow we'll try to complete, but it takes time. Okay. Now let us do something else.
What?
Any questions till now? You heard the prayer. Isn't it instructive? Very instructive. Materina Krishne Parato Satova Midho Vipadde Grahavatana Adand Gobhi Vishatam Tamishram Puna Puna Charvita Charvanana Nate Vidu Swart Gatim Hi Vishnu Durashaya Ye Bahiyartamanina Andhayatande Upniyamana Tepi Shitantam Urudam Nidbaddaha. So nice not to hear the shlokas, correct? You should cram some of the shlokas. Kaumaramacharet pragno dharman bhagatam iha dullabam manusham janma tadapi ardhva arthadam. In fact, Prahlad Maharaj calculates here our life like this. He says our life is 100 years, say. First 20 years goes in playing. Last 20 years is invalid. Person cannot do anything. Remains only 60 years. Without 60 years, 50% time they are sleeping. Remaining 30 years, 30 years they're busy in all kind of material affairs. They're not taking spiritual life seriously. It's very nicely calculates. Hare Krishna, Rita Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Mataji, this the new people. They attended Gita course and they are very much interested. Okay, but you are at home now. No, you're muted. Yeah, you're muted. Hare Krishna, Mataji, you're muted.
College.
Oh,
I'm
you're
in college. From
yeah. Therefore, you cannot. You're not fully free. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo. Thank you, Rita Mataji. Okay. Now
Okay.
yesterday with the Shishtastaka. How many of you remember the Shishtastaka? Anybody crammed the Shishtastaka? Chetodarapanam bhavamahadavagnirvapanam Sheyakairav vitaranam Vidyavada Let us do that again. Anandambudivardhanam. Aha. Hriday, you like to share? Okay, I'll locate it now. There is one very nice song. Somebody would have helped me chanting that. Amazing. This is called. Oh, you all can see the whole screen is shared. You all can see. Okay. I'll give the meaning. Then we will sing this together, and this will be one new thing to learn today. This is a beautiful song we sing in the temple, and it gives so much meaning is there. You can just meditate on the meaning and keep singing whenever you get. Let me tell you the meaning first. Bhaja Hure Mana is telling his mind, my dear mind, keep Shri Nanda Nandana, keep singing, chanting the name of Krishna. Abhaya Charanar Vinde, if you sing the names of the Lord, you will become fearless. Dullabha, human life is totally very rare to get, and particularly very rare to get Sangha of devotees. Satsange. Taroho e bhava sindure. And what will happen if you chant the holy name of the Lord? You'll cross over the ocean of birth and death. And you don't do this, then what do you do? The next one. Sita atapa bata barishana. Heat, cold, rain, wind. E dina jamini jagire. They're keeping you awake day and night. Bipala sevanu kripana durajana. Uselessly we are serving people. There is some sound coming. Bifala sevanu kripana durajana. Chapala sukala balagire. What to do, Mataji? You're at home. You could have sung this Bengali song, Anna. This is an actually Bengali. Anybody is Bengali here? Mataji is Bengali, but she is in office. No, our group nobody is Bengali. We can know. Bengali means it will be Chatterjee, Patterjee. Our Keshav Prabhu is there. Keshavas, your mic has improved. We try. You want to try?
My voice is not audible.
Now it's better, Keshava. You want to sing this once?
I'll try, bro.
Yeah.
One second. One second.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, try.
लभमानुषा जनम सत्संगे तरहि भव सिंधुरे अजहुरे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरण सीतातपावहु हरिशन ए दिन जामिनी जागिरे विफल ते विनु कृपण दुर्जन सफल सुखल बालागिरे भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरण रविंदरे निधन यौवन पुत्र परिजन अते कीचे परती तीरे कमल दल जल जीवन तलमल भजहु हरि पदा तीरे भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरण रविंदरे श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण वंदन पाद सेविनु दास्य रे जनात्मनिवेदन गोविंद दासाभिलाष रे भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन भय चरण रविंदरे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे तरहि भव सिंधुके भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरण रविंदरे Hare Krishna.
Yeah, in the same tune, you can sing Hare Krishna. Ivan. That is easy.
Yes, yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare.
Okay. Chalo, so nice. We heard from he's a very nice devotee. He is at home now. Kerala, some signal, not as sharp. Otherwise, you'll be amazed. He sings very nicely. Okay, we had understood the first part. Bhajahu Re Mana, Srinanda Nandana. Why sing the names of Krishna? Because he makes you fearless. Human life. Here also we have team bombers. Papa, you should see how I am managing 300 people, 250 people. They mute me only. Forget about. Okay. Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nandana Abhaya Charanar Vindere. Abhaya Charanar Vindere. You become fearless. Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange. The human life is very, very rare. Particularly getting a good Sangha is very, very rare. Taroho e bhava sindhure, that can make you help cross over the ocean of birth and death. Sita atapa bhata barishana, cold, heat, rain, wind. E dina jamini jagire, they keep us awake day and night. We can't even sleep. Biphala sevanu kripana durajana, uselessly we serve these miserly people. Chapala sukala balagire. And what do they give you? Some flickering happiness. By serving them, we only get some flickering happiness. E dhana yauvana putra parijana itake ache pariti tere. We are always looking for money, youth, our children, our relatives. They cannot protect us. Itake ache pariti tere. Kamala dala jala jivana talamala. Our life is so insecure, like a drop on a lotus leaf. Anytime it will fall down. Kamala Dala Jala. The water, the drop of water in the leaf of a lotus, any time will fall. That's how life is so flickering. Jivana Talamala. Bhajahu Hari Bhajahu Haripada Nitere. So please chant the names of the Lord. And then it comes to the same thing we read this now today. That's why I brought this up. Shavana Kirtana Smarada Vandana Pada Sevana Dasare Pujana Sakichana Atma Nivedana Govinda Dasa Vilashare. Same 9 things Prahlad Maharaj taught. He is also saying the same things we should do to advance in bhakti. Beautiful. You learned a beautiful song today. We sing very regular in time. Bhajahu re mana. Chalo, I'll also try now, but then we close with this today. 5 more minutes are there. Okay. Bhajahu re mana. Srinanda nandana. Dullabhamadaya Bhajanamasarake. Haro. All sing this along. Okay. Chalo, I will have some question answers for 10 minutes. Anybody has any questions? Yes, Mataji, Indriya, what is the name? Indira.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namaste. I have a question. I'm hearing these words duality, non-duality, Dvaitam, Advaitam many times, but I didn't really understand them completely.
What?
Can you please explain them once?
No, what is the question? Which one you ask? You want to
Uh,
know what duality,
I
you want
want.
to know what Dvaita, both are different things.
Okay, I thought duality, non-duality, Dvaita, Advaita, both are same.
Okay, no problem. You want to know about Dvaita, Advaita. See,
Yes.
Dvaita, okay, Dvaita means I and a God are different. That's Dvaita. Two. We are not one. I'm a like a spark, God is like the fire. I'm like photon, God is like the sun. In quality, both are same. You also want to love, he also wants to love. He is also a person, you are also a person. But quantity, lot of difference is there. We can be covered by Maya, he is a controller of Maya. He cannot be touched by Maya. There is a difference between us and God. Okay, this has to be understood. This is called Dvaita Tattva, given by Madhvacharya. Dvaita means Anu and Vibhu. I am small, God is great. Advaita Tattva was given by Shankaracharya. Today morning only I was explaining this point. Actually, Shankaracharya is Lord Shiva, who is a Parama Vaishnava. But society, there is the misunderstanding that he is another God. God is one, sir. How can there be 2 God, 3 God, 4 God, 5 God? How do you define God? God means original source. So therefore, there is no doubt. Even Lord Shiva declares in Bhagavatam again and again. We will read. Now Narsimha will come. No, you see, Shiva will come worshipping him. All will come. All devatas come to worship him. So there is no doubt on the mind of Lord Shiva, who is his Lord. But somehow, what happens is that people are not looking for God realization. People are looking only for some material facilities. Therefore, they get into this kind of opinion that they can go to Lord Shiva, pray and get material facilities. Actually, they are not devotees of Lord Shiva. You see, there was one Bhasmasura, no? You remember Bhasmasura? He prayed to Lord Shiva and he was about to cut his head. And finally, what happened? Lord Shiva said, "Oh, what do you want?" "No, anybody's head, I put my hand on anybody's head, he should die." Now, did you think about it strictly? Was he a devotee of Lord Shiva? No, he was just making fool of him. And someone gets some blessing. So most of the people are not bhakta of any Devi Devata. They are bhakta of their own senses. And they want to use everybody for their pleasure. Correct? So there are various kind of exams actually. I tell you how it is. Durga, she is an examination board in the metal world. And she keeps giving you allurements not to destroy you, but to test you. To just like in a college, there is a big department called examination section. Those who are not good students, they hate the department because they like thankless task every 6 months, every day, surprise quiz, this quiz. Nobody likes a department. But do you think there is anything negative in the department? No. Their existence is to help the students understand where they are and become sincere and proceed forward, not go backward. It tests us. A teacher is there to help us, not to destroy us. But when you do not want to study, you hate the teacher. Okay, this is clear. So in this way, you try to understand. So the Durga gives you different examinations in life, right, for your advancement. And when you pass all this examination, then a final exam is given by Lord Shiva as Shankaracharya. And that exam is, you are God. And you say, no, I'm not God. I'm servant of God. You go back to the Krishna Loka. But sometimes people, I am God. Yeah, yeah, good, good. Stay here. That exam, if you fail, you stay here. Okay. So Advaita Tattva is an exam by Shankaracharya after you finish Durga's exam.
Okay, Prabhuji, understood. Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
See, we cannot be God. There is no way. We are all humble people. Just imagine, little scared of a virus. We are locked inside the house and sitting. So what kind of God are we? God means He will finish this in a second. If you 1/2 second, He needs to wipe out. The total virus I heard on Earth is not more than half a gram. That's all. It's so small. It's not even 1 gram virus where every day newspaper reading how much quantity it is. So small it is. Total, if you take all the virus and all the people together, is not even 1 gram. Rita Mataji, you think I'm correct? I'm not a student like you. You're a doctor. Isn't it? It is so small. Even cell is so small. You have 100 trillion cells in the body. This is just a small one DNA or one
Microscopic.
RNA. Huh? Very small,
It
no?
is microscopic. Microscopic.
Microscopic. Yes, Mataji. Mataji, you were at home, you would have enjoyed hearing you.
Yes.
So take care. So this is the situation. So we are not God. We are very small. We should be realistic to the fact. We should try. You should meditate on this. Hanuman is so happy serving Lord Rama. Same way, can I become devotee to the Lord? I will get unlimited happiness. Many people go to Hanuman to pray for some blessing. No, ask him this blessing. Make me a devotee like you. So Lord Rama or Lord Krishna accepts me. He will be so happy. You go to Lord Shiva to pray in the same way. You so exalted. Vaishnavanam yatha shambhuhu, you're the topmost Vaishnava. Please give me a blessing. He will be so happy. Today a real person has come. Otherwise, whole day Bhasmasuras only go to him. Give me this. They are not have any bhakti. Give me this, give me this. They are ready to take advantage of him. That's all. Okay, any other question? Hey, what happens? Everybody is convinced. So Prahlad Maharaj is one of the recognized devotees and his instructions are very powerful. I will tell Hriday, can you put up those shlokas? You can even read. Hriday, what you can do, the Veda base itself, we can give the link. So if they want, they can not only read the shloka, they can also read the explanations. And it's amazing. Each shloka is very, very beautiful. And Narasimha Deva, when he comes, he asks Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad, I want to bless you something. You suffered so much because of me. And Prahlad Maharaj says,
Yes, sir.
they will leave
Yes,
now very.
sir.
Now there is going to be a big debate between when all the Gurukul becomes devotee, then Prahlad Maharaj will be again called and Hiranyakashipu will take his sword out. Even his sword is out, Prahlad Maharaj is fearless. And there is again a debate between him and Prahlad. Again Prahlad Maharaj will only win. He asked him, by whose power you are standing fearless in front of me? See, when I raise my eyebrow, even Indra panics. All the devatas panic. Even my eyebrow I raise, they panic. But you stand fearless in front of me. By whose power you're so fearless? So Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear father, source of my power is also source of your power. He is Vishnu. And oh my God, you'll not give up the name of Vishnu. He's very intelligent. Same. Then he tells his father, my dear father, give up your demonic mentality. Please, there were many people in the history like you who could not control their senses. Even though they got the whole world, they were never satisfied. Actually, Hiranyakashipu, I forgot to tell you, was always drunk, always drunk. That's why you can behave like this way he was behaving. So he was telling my father, in the history, there are many people like you. They had so much wealth, but because they could not control the senses, they were never happy. Give up this demonic mentality. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hiranyakashipu. And then it takes a sword out to kill him, and then the rest we will read tomorrow. So it's very interesting area. Okay, so this is I happy you all have begun the journey. Okay, one thing I tell you, I will only repeat what Shastra says, and day by day you see that is exactly what I remember when I met the devotees. I just accepted what they say because I liked them. But later, when I read the Shastra, I was shocked. They had told me the truth. That same thing was there in the Shastra. Okay, so when you read the Shastra, you'll find the same thing. Like you could ask a question of Dvaita, or somebody asks who is Lord Shiva. When you sit and read the Shastra, you'll find these things are true. I have not made them up. Okay? And as you chant Hare Krishna, everything will become visible to you. Then he will call me, Prabhuji, I cannot thank you a million times. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say, I don't know what kind of mantra my guru has given me. I am becoming mad in happiness. So he went back to his guru and he said, that is Ishwar Puri. He said, my dear guru, what kind of mantra you have given me? I am going mad with happiness. So he said, my dear disciple, it is so nice. Now you make the whole world mad. So everybody take advantage of this mantra. It's a beautiful. This movement is only Hare Krishna mantra movement. That is primary. As much as possible, chant whenever you have time. Some of you are in the house, little more free. Okay. So when you are at least half an hour to sit down and attentively chant. Hare, you will finish 4 rounds by that. We chant for 2 hours. 2 hours you finish 16 rounds. For you, half an hour, you will easily finish 3-4 rounds and you feel very happy. And once you get the taste of that, then you will not leave it. You will not leave it because free and it is giving you so much real happiness. The vibration, we should submit ourselves to the vibration of the holy name. Okay? Apart from that, Hridaya can give you the links of the area where we are discussing. You can, when you get time, just read those verses and their explanation. Like Prahlad was talking, it's a deep meaning. He's a very, very realized soul. So we get benefit. Bhagavatam is nothing full of great authorities like Prahlad speaking. So we read. We become like, you put a coal in fire, slowly, book. Our heart becomes fully burns with Krishna consciousness. We become very, very happy. So what to do? I don't feel like leaving you people, but I have one more class.
Prabhuji, that Bhakti Swami, Charu Swamiji's health is very poor now, no?
Okay, why don't you do one thing? All of us chant. One of the sannyasis of ISKCON, very Prabhupada disciple, is not well. He's almost on the last stages. So he has served the movement 50 years. So devotees are praying for him, chanting. He's a sannyasi. And I had gone to Tirupati. He had come. And I asked him one question there. That we have an ISKCON temple at Tirupati. So I asked him the question there he took for us 2 days. He took 6 classes. He took in 2 days, different aspects, how to become more serious in spiritual life. So one day I asked him in the public, everybody, in front of everybody, that what keeps you in the moment? What way you are staying whole life in the moment? So he said, yes, there is one thing. When I met Prabhupada, he told me, when I was a youngster like you, 20-year-old, I met Prabhupada, not like me now. He was a young person that time. Now I become old. So he said, when I met Prabhupada, when I was a small boy, 20-year-old, Prabhupada said, this life you give to Krishna. This life you give to Krishna. See what is the result. I said, I put faith on his words and I dedicated my life to serve Krishna. And I was very touching, very touching. And it was very sweet.